according to the weather forecast that I saw yesterday, today is supposed to be the hottest day of the year. September. That's just crazy. Saying that, mine July and August were pretty wet for the most part. A couple of good days. June was okay. But wow, so it is hot today. I watched a video in the week about admin fees on second-hand motorcycles, and this guy was saying that he'd gone with his son to buy a motorbike, and the advertised price was whatever it was. So when they were talking to the guy there, and they said, oh yeah, plus £200 administration fee. And I had exactly the same scenario when I bought my first motorbike from a dealer's second hand. I'd gone down to have a look at a few bikes, seen the one I liked, agreed on a price with the salesman. And he said, be ready on the weekend and we'll contact you to arrange picking it up. So, no problem. So a couple of days go by, I get a phone call. And this is so-and-so from X Bikes. Your bike will be ready on the weekend if you want to pick it up. That's whatever the price of the bike was. I think it was something like £1,900 plus a £200 admin fee. I beg your pardon? Oh yeah, it's a £200 admin fee. I said, for what? Oh well, you said to make sure this HPI cleared and it's not stolen and all the rest of it. And I'm thinking to myself at this point, you wouldn't have taken that bike in if you didn't know it was all legal and okay to take the bike in Part X or whatever they did. So I thought, well, I'm not wearing this. That's not going to happen, as far as I was concerned. So I said, wait a minute now. I said, you were telling me that you want to charge me £200 for the privilege of spending money with you. And he hummed and he faffed. And I said, look, mate, if I was to buy a bag of chips and it advertised them for £1, I wouldn't expect to be paid £1.20. Well, it's not the same thing, he said. I think, as far as I'm concerned, it's exactly the same thing. He said, well, you're getting a good deal on the bike. And I'd already looked up the pricing, and there used to be a cracking little magazine called the Used Motorcycle Price Guide. So I'd already looked it all up in there, and it was, you know, it was okay. The price was about, you know, pretty much top of what they said. So I said, well, no, I'm getting an okay deal. And he puffed and he puffed, and at this point then I just kept silent. I pretty much was in the going, oh sorry, and then he said, oh, the salesman didn't tell you about the admin fee, did he? Said, nope. And then I kept silent. So I thought, well, I'm in the box seat here because I can tell him to go and shove it because I didn't put a deposit on it. And I was quite prepared to walk away from it because I thought, well, you know, now I'm going to be paying over the odds. So I just kept silent. And a couple of seconds go by. And he said, oh, well, we'll waive the fee this time, but we won't be doing the HPI checks on it. And I thought, yeah, you've already done them, mate. So thank you very much. I'll pick the bike up on the weekend. So this was, you know, over 20 years ago, so I was a little bit surprised that this practice is still going on. So, I don't know, has anybody else had that experience? You know, is it something that does go on a regular basis? As he said, if it had been included with the price of the bike, well, again though, that then pushes the bike really over what the used price guides are saying it's worth. So I think it's a bit of a con, to be honest with you, but there you go. Hey, anyway, that's my story of buying my first bike. We're out on a cracking day today. It's really, in fact, if anything, it's too warm to be riding a bike. Obviously you got to wear the gear, and then when you stop, it is hot. Not as hot as him, probably, mind. If anybody else has come across that or got an interesting story about buying a used motorcycle, let us know.